Right, everybody ready? Got your earplugs in because you're going to need them. This, for all you uneducated Honda people, this is an RC181, which is the model, probably not the bike, but Mike Hailwood won the TT. Remember the epic battles with Agostini? And Agostini was leading by about 5 seconds, coming through the 33rd when his chain broke on the last lap, which presented the win to Mike Hailwood. But it was renowned for an equal bike to ride. For all you untechnical blokes, you look an intelligent bloke. Would you put a swing arm spindle on that, the same as better putting a 12 bike? You didn't hear me. Would you have at 180 mile, not 150 mile an hour bike, would you have a swinging arm spindle the same size as my 12 bike? Would you or not? Right, you're an intelligent bloke then. The same with the wheel spindles. If you look at all these bikes around here now, they've sort of did a 20 mil spindle, or even a 25 mils swinging arm spindle. Front wheel spindle's the same, to get some real rigidity in the thing. So anyway, that's why one of the reasons why it didn't handle too good. So anyway, Mike managed to win it, and we've had this bike a few years. I've done Goodwood on it in Donington. A bit fierce, especially when you get a bit mature. It'd be okay for you, you're a young lad, you know. So there we go. Right, so we're fired up. Jim's got the rotors in action. Everything's on, fuel on, ignition on. We've got the indicator light in the dashboard. So here we go.
Right, ready?
Jim switched the fuel off a while ago and was trying to run the carburetors dry so we don't have to drain them, but didn't run dry. So there you go. So if you're that flat out in the TT down Bray Hill, I didn't rev it up. It revs to 10,000 RPM. So if you had that flat and top at 10,000 RPM, it would give you a thrill if you could see where you were going. So there we go. Lovely bike. So I own. This is a 4-stroke, by the way, this is Freddie Spencer's NS500. Not many people realize Honda made 2-strokes, but they did and won the World Championship on it. Freddie Spencer won the 250 and 500 World Championship in the same year. On this bike, actually, because we were very lucky getting this bike from a great collector, Jim Lilly in Belfast, where yours truly was born. Jim was an adamant collector. We bought a lot of his collection from him. I was quite friendly with him, and he got bedredded C, and he decided that he would like to sell his collection to our museum trust. So we managed to do a deal, and got loads of spares for this. If you want to rebuild the engine, I can crankcases and gearboxes and barrels. Boy, you could build another engine if you're any good. So Jim's got them all up on the store. So there we go. We've got this, and 3-cylinder, right? Concentrate, girl. So there's 2 cylinders front and forward and one up, and for some reason, Jim will probably tell me 3 cylinders are quite a good technical layout. They seem to work better than 4 cylinders or 5 cylinders, 3 cylinders, 2 pistons forward, one up. DKW is like it in the museum. The TNT, the Tate Special's got a 3-cylinder, 2-stroke engine. So. And this was very, very successful. All aluminium frame. So if you look at the size of the swinging arm spindle in this one, you see it's 20 mil. Front wheel spindle, I don't know what they are, Jim, about 24 mil or something on the spindles to keep the thing together. So when you're flat out down Bray Hill, it's not weaving all over the place. So, and there we go. So we'll start it up in a minute, but I'll tell you a little bit about this one here. This is the Lilac, another Japanese bike. We got this at auction just recently. We've had it running, but it came without a key, so I had to send the barrel off to the key man to make a new key for me, so that's why we can't run it today. 1959 250 V twin. 250 twin carb, 5-speed gearbox, shaft drive, beautiful hubs, beautiful finish. So we haven't restored this. This is just how it came. So absolutely fantastic restoration department. That's the toolbox in the back there for all you people who want to carry some tools. Quality of the chrome. It's the Lancer Mark V. They made a 250, so I made a 125 V twin, a 250 V twin, a 350 V twin. Luckily this is the 250. You can see the sort of Honda styling. And then in 1953, Lilac went bust. I'll have to tell you why they call it Lilac in a minute, concentrate. So they went into receivership and Honda bought them out. And I think Honda and Yamaha were quite pleased that they went into receivership and Honda bought them because it took the opposition, cleared the decks of this fantastic bike, which is really better than Honda or Yamaha or Suzuki. So finally, why do they call it Lilac? Young Sharon will tell you. So
Lilac was his wife's favourite colour and flower, so that's why they called it a lilac.
And why did he call it after his wife? because he was too busy working on how he got a bar cut here, ain't there? No. Okay. So why do they call it lilac? Well, I think it was a bit like Miller. He spent too much time in the workshop, not enough with the wife. So the pacifier, he called his bikes lilac. That's true, Chris. Stop laughing. So there you go. So he called the wife a pacifier. Would he do that with you? So there we go. The key should be here next week, so I'll have it running. And but the quality, swinging arm suspension, beautiful styling, and I always liked the V-twin layout. We've got Motor Gutsies do it today, present. We've got various other V-twins in the museum. We've got the AJS3, we've got the Panthet. And is there any more, Jim, you think? 3-cylinder V-twins. Well, so anyway, there you go. Forerunner of the Moto Guzzi. Right, we're on to the NS500. So there we go. Twin disc brakes, as you see on the front. Shory forks, and serious bit of toughness. Right, Jim's gonna do the honours here. Have we got fuel, Jim?
Yep.
Ignition?
I just need the
Right, and what gear are you gonna try to fire it up?
second.
Second gear, there we go. Action station. minutes ago. So that's how long it runs in a couple of float bowls, so it's quite economical. And I didn't take it up to the bloodline. You know what the bloodline is? That lady know what the bloodline is. The bloodline, what's the bloodline, girl? The bloodline, girl, on the rev counter. Yeah, you blow it to pieces if you go over the bloodline. So the bloodline is 12,000 RPM. So that's quite high. So there we go. Very pleased to have that. Freddie Spencer, I remember in the Belgian Grand Prix a few years ago, I was there in the big demos. I was on the Porcupine or something, and Freddie was rocking this here. And when Jim Lilly owned it then, and for the demonstration he wanted a new set of tires on it. Do you want me to run through it again? Bit of a demo when he wanted a new, so he broke the lap record or something bloody on a demonstration job, you know. So I know Freddie Spencer quite well. He's now in the FIM technical department, so he's been to the museum. Loved to see this bike, and as I said, it came with a complete set of spares, which is quite handy. If you technical blokes look at the back wheel, how it's assembled. McElroy around the corner wants to come and see that. The spokesman around here to see how they did the wheel. What do you think of that, Jim? It looks a bit of a really nightmare, to tell you the truth. It's all pressed together and bolted together, so there we go. The temperature gauge didn't get up very much while I was running it there. The temperature gauge should go up to about 70. But we want to get up to about 30 while we're running, and it's still quite cold, you know, so it's quite, you just put your handle on this lot. So there we go, NS500. Little ripple. Cheers.